Commencing transmission. Engaging disclaimers. Frosty chain initialized. WFTA-TV is now on the air.
Good morning. This is WFTA Television, commencing broadcast activities for today. WFTA broadcasts on YouTube. WFTA is owned by Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures. Our programming is brought to you live via the interwebs on videotape and film. We invite you to join us for another day of broadcasting on WFTA, your YouTube toy channel.
You are watching WFTA Television.
Initialize dampeners. Cut and feed. Begin transmission.
This program is intended for mature audiences. Parental discretion is advised.
Well, happy Sunday. I've got one viewer right now. It is Radical Mom. Hey, how's it going? It's good to see you here today, and you were first and only right now. I did not get a chance to promote today's show like I normally do. I've thrown up a link to the Instagram team there, but that's about it. I'm hoping a few folks will come in because I want to have a pretty good, lively discussion about what's been going on with the crowdfunding. Mary, if you're there, let me know how I sound. I should sound just fine today. I've got the mic in position. Everything is pretty well just me today, so I shouldn't have any issues. There's figuratively speaking. What's going on, John? Yeah, I want to talk about the crowdfunding, and apparently the McFarlane Fund has failed. We kind of thought that would happen. And the Mattel crowdfund has been put on the back burner for a little while. Kerry Smith, hello, how are you doing, sir? I'm hoping to get a good discussion if we can get enough people here in the live chat here to talk about. Thank you, Mary. I appreciate that. Sounds great. All right, and you sound good. All right, good. So let me go down here and we'll talk about first the Snake Lair. The snake. This is for Eternia's website. I'm using that today. Thank you for Eternia for not busting me for using your website here, but well, we expected this would happen. Is what he says here. Mattel has announced that they are postponing the crowdfund launch of Eternia's choice winner, the Snake Lair playset. Apparently, there's been some issues with that. Apparently, it's not what they thought that it was going to be. Us as the people who would fund this. I wasn't going to support this anyway. It holds no nostalgic value to me, which is overwhelmingly what seems to be what's going on with the community at large. Pixel Dan put out some polling on his YouTube channel and on his X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, Twitter X, and pretty much that was the overwhelming consensus, was that a lot of people weren't funding this because of no nostalgic value. And the other thing was the price point. That was the second one. And the third issue was what they showed us was not what we got. They showed us this image right here. Okay. This is what they came up with, this big, huge monstrosity right here. That people were saying, look, I wanted a basic play set, you know, clamshell. You open it up, and play with it, you close it up. Didn't take up a whole lot of space, and they gave us something rivaling the size of the Eternia play set, which does hold nostalgic value. It's something that people wanted really, really bad and weren't able to get. So now, thanks to a survey Mattel launched and reported on here, you can follow that link later, but says Mattel is spreading the word that they're listening to fans and will subsequently make some changes to the Snake Lair. And there was a video that was done. I have that video. I'm going to try to set it up so it'll play for us. But yeah, that's an issue there. They sent out this email to those who crowdfunded it. Attorney has been buzzing since announced the Snake Lair at San Diego Comic-Con. Some of you loved it, some did not. A lot did not. Yeah, that's huge. Yeah. We appreciate each and every one of you, and we want to get this right. So we are postponing the launch of the crowdfund to incorporate your feedback. We believe in the Snake Lair. We know you two do too because you voted on it, supposedly. For the Attorney of Choice last year, Snake Lair will be back and better than ever. Stay tuned for details. Thank you for your patience and understanding. So, and there's the picture there of that email that I just read. So the fans have spoken, Mattel listened, and will the new revised Snake Lair be more like the concept art? Well, hopefully it would be if they want to try to get people to buy it. But, I mean, what's going on with these price points? Well, one of the things, hey, Honor You, what's going on? Good to see you. What's going on here is when we're talking about a crowdfund, we're not talking about something that's at the price of retail or even the size of something that would go to retail. The reason it's being crowdfunded is because it won't go to retail. It's too big, or it's too complicated, or it's something that collectors would want that the general public would not. So we have to remember the price point's probably not going to change. It's probably going to be about $300, which means that they do have to put some value in this thing to make it worthwhile for people to want to crowdfund it in the first place, I would suppose. He's got some thoughts here. Let's look at what his thoughts are. So going on down here, getting my popcorn ready, looking at these comments here. I don't know. It's just it's kind of interesting there. They put out this survey about this thing. Hey, Mike Fee, what's going on, man? Good to see you. And apparently, people came back and said, they just weren't interested in this big thing. It's too high to display unless it's easy to disassemble. Visually unappealing. It doesn't close properly for storage. I like this Motu Fan 88 here, Mattel Creations member. It's about twice, 3 times as pricey. It looks like they want to dump this vehicle on us and might give you $60 when it's on sale, assuming the top could come off. He bought the Castle Grayskull Snake Mountain at 60% off. And Ultra Imp here says, if you continue like this, one tragedy after another, you're going to go down like the 90s. Friendly advice from a Greek collector with over 400 Motu items and over 2,800 Transformers. Mattel Creations case is the worst thing in the history of the Motu franchise. Countless problems, one after another. 5 seconds buttons to buy, customer crowdfunding projects, accurate only art, broken boxes, delivery. Yeah, lots of problems there with Mattel Creations. So this thing here has been postponed. Carrie likes the vehicle. Yes, the vehicle is something that it was planned but never done. I don't think it should be part of the Snake Lair. I think it should be like a tier challenge to get to. That would be kind of interesting if they would do it that way and redesign the Snake Lair itself. So that it looks more like what it should. Original idea was to make it like Castle Grayskull, around $80 to $100. Well, that's what it looked like, Mike, but that's not what we ended up with here, as you can see. And don't collect Motu, but would buy the 6-wheeler for other reasons. Okay. So the Snake Lair's been postponed. It's apparently not what people were looking for. It had a lot of stuff in it. It had a ladder and a throne and weapons rack and an elevator and some kind of a torture device there. Looks like a Iron Maiden and all kinds of stuff in there. Big cannon up on top. All of this could be incorporated into a smaller playset. It doesn't have to be this huge to have all of this, value stuff inside of it. My opinion. Apparently some of the other creators out there on YouTube have weighed in on this. I think Kenzo put out a video here last week where he was making fun of this failure, begging fans, oh, please support it. You know, he's being putting on the piss there. You know, please support it. If you don't, we won't get any more Motu. I don't believe that. If this fails, it's not that they're gonna not release any more Motu. We're gonna get Rio Blast, and apparently Moduloc's gonna be an Amazon exclusive. Boo, hiss, but you know that's the way that crap works. But this has been put on hiatus. So they're not going to call this a failure. It is, but they're not going to call it a failure. They're going to say, okay, we're going to rethink this because we want people to actually support it, and maybe they'll put out something that will get more support. I don't know. Like I said, snakes are not my thing, and I never was going to support this in the first place. But it was a nice looking playset the way they had it originally designed. That's this image here. See if we can get a bigger picture of that. There we go. That'd be this image right here of the snake lair. Now, a lot of us wanted that attack track, but I tell you what we really wanted was this right here. This would have been great. I think everyone would have supported this if we had gotten the fright zone. That would have been what would have really worked. I actually voted for the snake lair, but this monstrosity is not what I voted on. It's too big and it's too busy. Yeah, I agree with you, John. They said at San Diego Comic-Con, Masterverse is the top seller for Motu. Yeah, I believe that. Okay, those are top-notch figures, and they're made for collectors. They're made for people who want highly articulated, highly detailed figures. I don't mind those. That's not what I'm after. I'm after more nostalgia. I want to have a figure that looks like what I played with as a child, that reminds me of that era, and that plays that way. Fright Zone, yes. Once again, Hordak was left homeless. That looks nice. That Fright Zone there. Look, we got some man-eating purple plants there on the side. You got the evil tree with the buzzards sitting on it. You got the monster coming out of the cave. You've got the jail cell. You've got some kind of a rock monster ready to eat at your feet down there at the bottom. It's kind of cool. And look at the back side of the jail cell there. You can see that there's some doors that open on the back so that you have some play value maybe in the rear of it, which wasn't what we got before. And down here looking at the attorney, the snake lair playset, clamshell design, handle right here. Looks like what they have shown in some of the artwork. This has been in artwork. This design here was in the artwork. And John voted for the Fright Zone as well. Hello, Bedazzle. How are you doing? Did you want to get the snake lair, Bedazzle? I'm curious, and how you felt about it. But yeah, I kind of like the design on the outside of this. See if we can move it around a little bit so you can see better. That. Get better. That's what everybody wanted was what we see right there. That's kind of the consensus that I get from everyone. I mean, you got the Medusa looking thing right here. You got these designs on the outside with the snakes and stuff. Got the front of it right there. It kind of what people were kind of expecting there, I guess, but that's not what we got. Okay. Play set is perfect for us Motus fans. Talking about this one here, yeah, that's what we're looking for. Hey, Dominic Z, good to see you today. Howdy. Figuratively speaking, says even the artwork on some of the card backs they did for the Snake Lair look exactly like the original layout. Yeah, that's correct. That attract track does look cool. There's a 3D printer guy out there that's selling one of these. You buy it and you assemble it together after he 3D prints it, you know, and it costs out the butthole. But yeah, if Mattel had done this, it would have been really, really nice. It would have been actually a playset. What do you think of the Transformers Knight Rider collaboration? It sounds like a decent plan to me if you're into Transformers, and of course I'm into Knight Rider. I love Knight Rider, so that sounds like a pretty good plan there. Definitely want that bottom attack track. The Year of the Snake. Apparently, if I'm not mistaken, says John, it's the Year of the Dragon on the Chinese zodiac. I will defer to you, sir, on that one. Now, what else is going on besides Snake Lairs and Motu playsets and stuff from Mattel Creations? It's been let's talk about crowdfunding in general, because apparently there's been a very big failure here recently. And that would be this. This is from Toy Habit's website. I pulled this up. Hot Wheels should make a track. Okay, please go on. No more snakes. You tired of them too? Yeah, I agree. So this is apparently failed. Okay, the Superpowers crowdfund over at McFarlane Toys has apparently the collector drawing board thing has apparently gone kaplooey. So that's something to consider there. So what's going on there? I wonder. What we're going to get a repainted Black Manta. We were going to get a repainted Aquaman. That's the same. These are same figures that were already released. They're just repaints. Repaint a Batman in a little darker blue, and an apparent attempt at making a Dick Grayson Robin that is just the repaint of the Tim Drake one. It looks ugly as all get out. Bad. The Black Manta sub, Stingray sub looked promising. The Bat Multicraft was from Super Friends cartoon. It may be something that folks wanted. I wasn't kind of interested in that. The Black Manta ship was the only thing I would have been interested in. I wasn't able to back this. And apparently, when this article was put out, it stood at what 8.26% of $600,000. It didn't go. It didn't go quite as well as they planned. Here's the Black Manta Sea Saucer. The different tiers that you could choose to support. $30 for the Bat Multicraft. See, this thing and this thing can be released in the stores, and the repaints don't matter. So I would have supported this one here with the Multicraft and the Sea Saucer had I been able to support it, but I wasn't. Of course, you could $75. You could get the whole lot, or you could go and get T-shirts and exclusive stuff. But apparently, it failed. So it didn't work out the way they wanted it to. There you go, folks. And when you go to the McFarlane site, as you can see, it's $144,883, only not even quite 25% of the fund price is up, and there's 10 days left in this. So I'm going to call this now a failure. Maybe it won't be. Maybe I'll be proven wrong. We'll see in the future, but it doesn't look very promising. So if you want to support this, please do. But be aware that even if you have signed up for the McFarlane Toy Store site, you can't support this unless you sign up for the drawing board. Apparently, there's a separate sign up so that you can support this. So how do you sign up for that? I don't know, and I'm not signing in right now because I'm actually online here, but I just don't see this. I see this failing. Okay, I don't see this in the next 10 days making 75% more money. I just don't getting to the goal. It's far too short of that goal. People have complained about the repaints. We're not interested. They could have at least done a new body book for the Robin and a new head sculpt for the Aquaman. That would have helped out tremendously for a lot of people on their thoughts on supporting this. Carrie Smith says it works for a small company doing designer toys, but not for big corporations. Well, I think it's a money grab personally. Superpowers crowdfund fail. Wow, it hasn't officially failed, but look at the numbers over here, and you tell me what you think. Should have offered some different characters. That maybe. The characters they offered weren't bad choices, but we already got 2 versions of Black Manta. We don't need a third, I don't guess, but I guess they wanted to put that out to go with the ship. Dominic says he wrote a letter to Mattel, wrote down a list on which Hot Wheels model should be made, and I would like to see in the future. Well, that's cool. I hope they listen to you there, brother. I wanted the black multi-craft and the Mana sub. Yeah, those I probably would buy those, but like I said, to support this thing, you've got to sign up for the drawing board, and then you can support. Currently at 24%. Extend the date. They may extend it. They've already extended it once. This was supposed to have ended yesterday, Friday. It was supposed to have ended Friday or Thursday, and they extended it, for a few more days just to see, I guess. McFarlane could easily sell these in the stores, to be honest. Yes, I agree with that, but I think they've lost Walmart. I think that's the reason that this came about. The repaints are hastily done because we've already got stuff to do those. All we got to do is repaint them. I think that the 2 ships were going to come out, and with Walmart pulling back on supporting superpowers, I think that's why this happened. What do you guys think? Yeah, what's going on, my friend? Dominic says, my favorite idea that I wrote down was Raleigh Vincent 67 Ford Mustang Shelby GT500 from Gunsmith Cats. There you go, man. Maybe they'll get that out for you, man. I wish you luck. Yes, Target has the superpowers now, and I think that they will probably sell better in the Target stores. We shall see. I haven't seen them in my Target, but I haven't been up that way in a while. John says, my only thing is Aquaman is not an Aquaman that a lot of people liked in the beginning. Black Manta was not readily available where it should have been readily available. Agreed. Like I said, I think the ball was dropped on Aquaman because they could have put a different head sculpt on it. I mean, the body sculpt was fine. Nothing wrong with that. Just better head sculpt, right? and the Robin was a complete failure. That's just dumb looking, and it should have been a whole big thing. Got to get back to work. Well, all right then. Honor You 83 says, I went to one of my local Walmarts. No superpowers, no Motu, no turtles, no Grayskull. Turtle Grayskull. Yeah, all that's gone. Mine doesn't have it either. John says, in the Batman and Robin repaints without a new buck, it was kind of dumb. Yes, that Robin, Batman, Batman's Batman. I mean, they've got a double-sided cape there, darker blue colors, using the Detective Batman book. I don't have a problem with that. The Robin, dumb. Just should have been a complete new book. And why Aquaman? Least selling. Now, I guess they wanted to do Aquaman because they were going to do Black Mana's Mana sub there, the sub saucer thing. And I guess they figured, well, we can throw Aquaman in so that Black Mana can have his hero Robin with go-go boots on. Yeah, that does look dumb looking. They won't make a vintage Superpowers Dick Grayson Robin. Probably not. And Radical Mom says, Walmart here, there's nothing. Now, yeah, my Walmart was deserted as far as toys go. The last time I went in there wasn't anything I was interested in. A lot of video game related toys, items, over there on that side. Even the Spin Master stuff's gone. It's just deserted. A little bit of wrestling stuff, but no brand new WWE Superstars wrestling figures that are in the Origins book. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to expect out of this. I think that it's kind of done. So, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that that collectors are getting tired of the toy funding, the crowdfunding thing, or do you think that they're pricing us out of it? That was something that Pixel Dan brought up yesterday in the video, his Saturday video. Even the price points of toys have gotten to the point where we as collectors are having to reevaluate. We can't collect everything. And his point was, we've got lives to live. We've got bills to pay. We've got to buy food. We've got to pay electric bill, water bill, gas bill, etc., etc. We have to put gas in our car. We've got life issues that come up that require our money. We can't drop hundreds and hundreds of dollars every few months on these crowdfund things. We've got to pick and choose what we do support when we are able to support this stuff. And even at the retail point, toys have gotten much more expensive because of the economy. The prices have gone up. Well, Kerry, I'll see you later, man. Good to have you in for a little while with us. I'd love to see your comments in the comment section below after the show's over with on what you think. Mike B saying, yes, crowdfunding is hard for us. The economy is killing us. The price of stuff has gone high and bills are high as hell as well. Yes. So, yeah, I think that there's justifications for crowdfunding, and there's things that would get support. But these two right here, I think are kind of showing the cracks in the foundation of this thing here. Jeff says, I think if you only collect one toy line, you're safe. If you're like most of us and love many different toys, it's costly and spacious. One of the main issues I think that we all had, like I said, with the Snake Lair was here fans are thinking we're going to get a Castle Grayskull style sized playset for our Snake Men to play in, and instead we get something rivaling the Eternia playset, which was monstrously huge, and it should have been. That's the kind of thing that kind of goes with crowdfunding. Now that was a $600 playset. The Snake Lair was only going to be $300, or at least that's what we think it was going to be based upon that survey that they put out that asked about the $300 selling point. That leads into it. John says, I think the crowdfunding thing is more or less a way for companies not to have to complete accountability. Well, of course that's what it is. Because if the crowdfund funds, then they've hit it out of the park before the tooling even gets created or the factory even starts to pump this stuff out. They've already got it sold. It's one way to make something that they don't think would make it at the store, but there's enough support out there in the collector community to sell it. I can understand that, but I just don't see value in a Snake Lair playset that has no nostalgic value being price pointed at the point of an Eternia playset, which does, because it's something that a lot of people wanted and never could get, and it's kind of out of your price range now. To get a vintage one complete, you'd have to buy parts and piece it together, and there are some out there, and they're very, very fragile. The tracks are always broken, so the Eternia playset was probably a good idea. The Snake Lair, not so much so, but I think that a Fright Zone playset with more value added to it than the original, and at a, let's say, $250 price point, probably would have sold better, especially if it was a lot bigger than the old Fright Zone and had like maybe an articulated monster instead of a hand puppet. What's up, Boba Hicks, my friend? What's happening, brother? Good to see you, sir. Glad you could come by and stop in. If you guys haven't been watching Johnny Sorensen's channel over there, the Boba Joe show, if you're into wrestling, that's the show to watch. They're doing a good job over there. Well, I have talked for about 30 minutes on today's subject, and I about talked it out. I think that the crowdfunding is pretty much showing itself here. It's not what people were hoping for. So let me go down here and see if I can get us some tunes to watch for a little bit before the show's over. Yeah, that's what I think I'll do. I think I'll set us up a few tunes to watch, and I want to show off our toy collections of the community toy collections. I think that would be great to show off the, we've done that in the past, and I want to do it again since Boba Hicks is here, we can go ahead and start out with his. So, let's do that. We'll get those going, and if you guys have any suggestions you would like for the music and fun today, just let me know. Fun fact, Ertl wanted to make a Raleigh Vincent's Ford Mustang from Gunsmith Cats, but it got canceled and was planned for 2002. That's pretty. All right. So let me go down here and get us started with a set of music and fun that features toy collections from channel members who have given me photos and permissions to put these together, and personalized music for them as well.
Godzitron's lair so cool, with power and rule. Toys from every land, grip tight in his hand. Godzilla roars on high, superpowers can fly. Masters of his shelf, Godzitron shows himself. In his kingdom, toys amaze. Battles fought and heroes blaze. From the past his heart sings. Godzitron rules with his things. He-Man rides the wind, Batman's here to win. Spidey swings with grace, Transformers take their place. Oh, Will the legends come alive in Gojitron's vibrant hive? Memories collide with toys by his side. In his kingdom, toys amaze. Battles fought and heroes blaze. From the past his heart sings. Gojitron moves with his things. He-Man rides the wind. Batman's here wins. Spidey swings with grace. Transformers take their place. Oh, the legends come alive in Gojitron's vibrant hive. Memories collide with toys by his side. In his kingdom, toys amaze. Battles fought and heroes blaze. From the past his heart sings. Gojitron moves with his things. Toys amaze. Battles fought and heroes blaze. From the past his heart sings. Gojitron moves with his things.
In the misty moors of Voldara, where legends whispered larks, rode a cosmic enforcer with a heart that left its mark. Boba Hicks, they called him, a guardian from the stars, collecting tales in plastic from universes far. A He-Man sword glinting in the moon so bright, evil Skeletors rattle in the depths of night. Movie aliens lurking with shadows that could dance, a cosmic enforcer's bounty in its home's mighty expanse. Boba Hicks, the tale begins, where stars align with toy, guarding worlds within his grasp, but guardians, pride and joy. With masters of the universe and monsters big and bold, he keeps the myths alive in every toy he holds. In a tattered jacket worn, and boots that knew the earth, he combed through lands both near and far in search of priceless worth. A Frankenstein in silver screen and Dracula's icy stare. Boba Hicks, the stone collector, ever tread with care. Through galaxies spanned in plastic under emerald skies, he found his peace in relics and every child's cries. From Dublin to the stars, uncharted tales he'd weave and wind. In Boba Hicks' timeless journey, the cosmos intertwined. Boba Hicks, the tale begins, where stars align with toy, guarding worlds within his grasp, but guardians, pride and joy. With masters of the universe and monsters big and bold, he keeps the myths alive in every toy he holds. In the misty moors of Voldara, where legends whispered larks, rode a cosmic enforcer with a heart that left its mark. Boba Hicks, they called him, a guardian from the stars, collecting tales in plastic from universes far. A He-Man sword glinting in the moon so bright, evil Skeletors rattle in the depths of night. Movie aliens lurking with shadows that could dance, a cosmic enforcer's bounty in its home's mighty expanse. Boba Hicks, the tale begins, the myths alive in every toy he holds. In a tattered jacket worn, and boots that knew the